Alright, how's it going? Today I wanted to talk about Leafy returning. This time he is on Rumble instead of YouTube because, as you know, if you're watching a video like this, Leafy got terminated off of YouTube. He can't come back. He's tried to come back dozens of times, it feels like at this point, and they keep blocking him and blocking him and blocking him. Now, with that all aside, I think that this is pretty good. His first video back was pretty par for the course, had the CSGO surf gameplay in the background, real nostalgic, taking us back to 2016, 2017, and I liked it. Now, back in his heyday, I wasn't really a huge Leafy fan. I knew who he was, but I was more so watching like SJW owned compilations and things of that nature. Guys like Chris Ray Gun, Some Black Guy, those types of content creators are the ones that I mainly focused on, which is funny now that I'm doing, basically what Leafy did, but on a much smaller scale. Now, I do find it interesting how Leafy, orchestrated his return, because I think he did it pretty good, easing his way back in. I'm trying to be slightly sarcastic here because, one of his first tweets back was saying the N-word, which honestly, it doesn't get a rise out of me anymore at all. Like, I just, feel slightly uncomfortable. I probably won't hang out with you, if you're somebody who spouts it all the time, no matter what race or ethnicity you are, because I really don't care for that kind of discourse. But it doesn't really get under my skin. Like, you could come up to me and say it, and I would just be like, oh, okay, you're kind of weird, whatever, right? But that was his first controversy coming back, all right? And he came back for like a minute because he got back on Twitter, and I think that was his first step into, making videos again. And a lot of people close to him, like Keemstar, have said that not being able to make videos has been hard on him, because while he does have the money to never have to make a YouTube video again, and he'll always be fine, it's more so that creative outlet that he was missing. So I think that's good for him. I appreciate what he did in the commentary space. I wouldn't be able to do this kind of thing. I really enjoy it. It's really nice to do. So I got to give my kudos to Leafy. Didn't agree with everything he did, but hey, he's the reason I'm able to do what I do. So shout out to him. He was the pioneer. He was the Neil Armstrong, I forget the first guy in space, but some Russian guy. All right. So I'm glad that he's on Rumble, and the comment section was pretty popping. I saw a guy who was I think he was dumpy, in there. So it was pretty big. A lot of people were talking about it on Twitter. And I think that this type of signing is the type of thing that's going to make Rumble more mainstream. Now, Rumble has the disadvantage that a lot of other alt tech sites have to YouTube, is that they don't have the built-in fan bases that YouTube has, because YouTube's been establishing itself for almost as long as I've been alive. Okay, it's just been growing and growing and growing. These guys are new on the scene. They don't have nearly the types of, names attached to them. And even when they do get a decent name, a lot of times it's just for a short time, or they don't take it very serious, or the site implodes, like Storyfire, where Storyfire, you go on there now and you get a video to 10 views and you're on the front page. I probably could be, the highest grossing creator on Storyfire in like a week if I really wanted to, but I'd be getting like 10 cents, so I don't think that would be worth my time. But let me know if you want to see some Storyfire videos. They would literally just be reposts from stuff over here, but hey, who knows. But stuff like this, where you get a guy like Leafy and even Sneeko, Rumble was not as big a name without Sneeko going over there. I don't think that Leafy would have gone over there if it weren't for Sneeko, because Sneeko made Rumble a more popular site than it already was. Will Rumble be as popular as YouTube? No. Will Rumble, pull ahead to do the thing that Kick is doing to Twitch right now, where it's poaching as many popular streamers as they can. No, not at least for the next couple of years, at the very least. Do I think that it's possible? Yes. Do I think that it's likely? No, not at all. But we'll just have to see. I'm glad that Leafy, like I said, has this creative outlet, but I don't know how big it's really gonna get. It had like 8K views in like the first 10 hours, I want to say, but those metrics can be completely off because I'm just going off of memory. But I feel like they would be at like 100K if he came back on YouTube. So it just goes to show you how limited the audience on Rumble truly is. And it's going to be that way for a while unless they get bigger and bigger creators that have been banned off the website. Like you could get a guy like Monkey Jones. He's completely banned. You pick up him, boom. That's a big audience. You get a guy like Chris Chan. I don't know. Is Chris Chan banned off of YouTube? Maybe. I'm not going to find their YouTube channel. I don't want to subject myself to that. But imagine a Chris Chan Rumble signing. Alright? Imagine an Ethan Ralph Rumble signing. Those are big locales that are going to be on this platform. And then you take that and you have all these YouTubers going to the platform, mentioning it in their commentary docs, all these types of things coming together to make your site more and more popular. If you build on stuff like that and you get more and more press, then maybe it's something that's going to be popular. Honestly, I hope Leafy continues to make videos on his Rumble channel. I'll be checking them out from time to time. Hopefully I won't forget, because that's a whole new website to go to. And I got a lot of channel stuff to manage and, a real life to manage. So I'm probably not going to be super up on it. But I do think that this is going to be something that will definitely grow. There's no way that his channel is going to just stagnate. I mean, this is a return of a guy who had 5 million subs. I think at the time he was banned, he was more popular than iDubbbz. He may have been more popular than Charlie, Penguin ZO, Moist Critical. He goes by like 7 different names, but you know who I'm talking about. So this was a big factor in the YouTube ecosphere? No. YouTube economy, YouTube sphere, that's now moved over to an all tech site. So I'm just interested in where this all goes. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Leafy going to Rumble and Rumble as a whole. Thank you for watching. I will be putting out my video on the Hunger Games Catching Fire because people enjoyed the Hunger Games video, and I hope that people enjoy my analysis on the Hunger Games Catching Fire. That's pretty much all I have to say. I don't want to get too in depth with the whole creative process. I don't want to give you guys too much behind the scenes. Does that sound douchey, like when I say it like that? Because like when I was singing it in my head, I was like, that sounds douchey as it said, but like in a sarcastic way, like an overly douchey way, to let you know I was being sarcastic. I hope I communicated that well, because now I'm rambling, acting like a weird. I'm just cutting it off here. Thank you for watching. Bye.